about our Father's business. Grind mode, filled with His Holy Spirit. That's a cheat code. Holiness the standard. We never fold. We about to make a scene. Episode about our Father's business.
Yo. We is back. What's up, bro?
I don't know what happened, bro.
It's all right. You back, brother. You good? Hey, welcome back to the Not the Same podcast, episode number 3 of season 2 of the Not the Same podcast. You know what I'm saying? We in 100 something in this thing. What up, D? And if you have not seen the advertisements and stuff like that, we have a special guest on tonight, our sister, Mrs. Tarcea Renee. You know, I say Mrs. because she is a married young lady, you know what I'm saying, in the kingdom, in the faith, and in all that. And, so y'all get ready, man. Cortez, look at D shouting out Cortez. Yes, Cortez is here. Cortez is first. That one word, best to be first when his wife is being interviewed. Brother.
Hey, who you telling?
I know you got grace and traveling mercy. You're a smart brother. He is a smart brother. You best be the first one. But, yeah, man. So, man, hey. We're glad to be back with you, man. We're going to shout out all the people that rebroadcast the Not the Same podcast.
Let's get it.
Shout out to MTMV Sports Network, as well as Parable Radio, as well as Praise 365 Radio, as well as, there's going to be a lot of as well as, 520 Collective, as well as.
And he ain't cursing. Don't get deep on him.
You know, that's like Rob last night. You know, he talking about the Jazz, take the in a way. But yeah, man. And then I can't remember who else, man. Blame it on our head, not our heart, man. But hey, salute to everyone that rebroadcasts the Not the Same podcast. And if you would like to be a person that rebroadcasts the Not the Same pod, I'm laughing what Cortez put on. Anyway, if you like to be someone to rebroadcast Not the Same podcast, email us at notthesamepodcast@gmail.com, and we can work something out for you. One word, you know what I mean? You muted yourself.
I know you can't hear me. I know.
Oh, okay. They can't either. All right. I don't understand what's happening, y'all. But I would just carry on while my brother is leaving his one word hanging. But
okay, no, I ain't. Brother, I'm getting ready.
We live. One word. Almost. I'm gonna give my own self one of these. Almost. Glimmer, what's up, brother? Appreciate you sliding through. Pierre, what's up, brother? I appreciate you sliding through. Miss Taylor, how you doing, man? Sharon?
Yeah.
Appreciate you sliding through.
I got
Amy
a lot
Mobley,
of new.
Appreciate you too. Go ahead, brother. What you about to say?
What's going on? No, I'm talking to Cortez. I got a lot of new. Go look at the post, brother. God's been good.
Yeah. But it is not about that tonight. Tonight is about our sis, Miss Tarcea Renee. We are so glad to have our sister on, man. Y'all do not know. We have all been kinfolk for a long time. You know, way before cameras was good, way before even beats was good, way before. It's been a long time.
It's been a long
doing shows,
time.
doing them outside joints when it's hot and the mic toe up and all that good stuff. But hey, God has been good to all of us, man.
But we've also rocked some nice shows also. Cicero's, the Christian College. Yeah, we did a lot of stuff with Sis, man.
A lot of good stuff, man. Yeah, man. So, hey, we honored. But, Rob, before we even get into all that, I need you to tell me something, brother. What is good?
What's good?
The stuff that y'all do not hear, Lord Jesus help us. Robert Dean, my brother from another mother, like my homie Larry Rogers on the west side. Some say it's the best side, but I rock with the Midwest. But if you're on the west side of St. Louis, tuck in your chain, man. Tuck in your chain. Brother, what's good?
I got 2 of them.
Okay.
Number 1 was good for me. If anybody follow me on social media, I gave God the glory because the new podcast setup is looking real nice. It came along. The Lord blessed with the funds. You know, the new mics. We trying to do everything in excellence.
Oh, that good
stuff.
The
other thing, if y'all seen me earlier this week, especially when we went live after the Miami and Memphis game, I looked like I was blazed because I was super tired. So today I saw my favorite movie, my brother. Back of the Alley.
I thought you about to say Mary Jane. My bad, brother. I wish I had a Mary Jane job. I saw my favorite movie, Mary Jane. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I don't think my brother indulges.
The eyelids. No,
don't
not anymore. I used to do it every day. That's probably why I'm stuck with these right here. Every day,
mess with
not
the John
no more.
Blaze,
I've been delivered.
With a T, like old boy. Old boy from here that had made that up. Side story,
I know,
man.
bro.
I ain't gonna go.
I know, bro.
I ain't gonna even go into all that, but Lord Jesus.
Okay, bro.
Somebody
What's good
deliver
with you,
that,
bro?
brother. Deliver that, brother. Lord Jesus, man. What's good with me, man? Number one,
Yes,
man.
Cortez Mac. Go ahead. My bad.
Yes. Rob is upgraded. He still don't like it. That boy is not analog, Android till he transition.
Android. Yeah.
Android around the joint, Super Samsung in this joint, but nah, that boy had to bucket down and get a Mac, and not a Mac tonight, but Apple Mac. Yeah, salute to my brother. He upgraded around this joint, looking real good.
I did.
If y'all didn't see the picture, man, yep, he got one. Cortez, he already got one. Look, the work phone is one of them joints.
Yeah.
Are you gonna let him see it?
Nah.
I thought you about to pull it out. Be like, yeah, man, I'm iPhone game around here. Okay, brother.
That one word upstairs. I'm off.
Do not call me right now. What's good with me, man, is just, man, the joy of the Lord. I have nothing in particular, man, but I just thank God for his joy and his just peace, man. Like, life could be so bad, brother. Like, life could be so bad right now for a brother, man. Like, I just think about a couple of years ago, it was rough. You know what I'm saying? And right now, just peace, joy, and happiness, and joy in the Holy Ghost, as they say. You know what I mean? So, it's just...
Like we at a Baptist church. I hear you over there.
It might be.
Yeah.
Might be. We get the... I about to say the praise hands, but I don't do them praise hands. I put them hands in the air. When you do this, it's cool. When you do this, stop that, dog. Don't do that, fam.
Boy, did you just spirit finger me?
Don't be spirit fingering me, fam. Anyway,
pause.
Next thing, hey man, pray. Yeah, pause. You know what, bro? On that note, on that whole conversation, dog. On that whole conversation, dog. For real.
All right, bro. We tripping, cuz.
Yeah, all the way, man. But hey, man, look, man, God has been so good, man. That's just what I'm grateful about, man. I'm grateful for his joy and his peace, man, because it ain't always been there. It's been. I know, Toy. It ain't always been like that, man. It could be a lot worse, brother. It could be a lot worse.
Could be, man. Could be.
Yeah, man.
Hey, real quick, man. Shout out to my old dude, bro. He watching. Robert Davis Sr. Yes, I am a junior. But yeah, he watching, man.
Hey, what was he calling me, man? Mike.
Yeah, he was calling me
OG.
Mike. Yeah, I'm about to mess with you, Pop.
I thought he was saying MIC, so I was cool with it, because it's just short for Micah.
Right.
Yeah, salute, man.
Yeah.
Hey,
but
if you ever meet Rob Dad, man, you think Rob is goofy. Rob Dad another level, dog. For real. What up, Scooter? Scooter. What's up, my boy? Yeah, man. Here to support Tarcea Renee. Oh, yeah, man. In just a few moments, you're going to see her.
Yeah,
and look, man, we got something. I ain't going to even say it right now. I ain't going to even say that right now, man. Listen, man, so one more thing that's what's good with me, man, is that next week, another Marvel movie is jumping off, and I'm happy about that. I'm just leaving it at that.
Yeah.
And I already got my tickets, dog. After the show, it's going down. It's going down. But also, man, y'all keep a lookout, because we're not going to tell y'all we're going to do this, but randomly, we may be doing some updates or recaps of these NBA playoff games. It's not going to always be the Grizzlies. You dig what I mean? It's not going to always be the Grizzlies. It's not going to always be the Heat. We're going to shock y'all sometime. It may just be me, may just be Rob. You just never know. But we're going to slide through.
I never knew. All right, brother.
I don't know what's up with my brother tonight, man. Too much sleep. This one
too
word
much, brother.
This one word got way too much sleep. On that note, man, we're going to get everything set up, man. We're going to bring our sis in.
Let's get it, bro.
Yeah, let's get it, man, because you, I don't know what you on. I don't know what you is on. So, we going ladies and gentlemen, we're going to introduce y'all Tarcea Renee, but I can't see her in this screen here, so I'm waiting till she come back. But, man, we grateful for all what we got going on, man, for real, for real. You know what I mean? Grateful for everything, man. But y'all might need to go look at Rob's pictures, man. You may want to get you one of them Not the Same podcast rugs, for real.
I'm a 5-5.
You know what I'm saying? We might need to sell that.
Eric Boston wouldn't. Yeah, we might have to.
I need to sell one of them joints, man. We can get some more
might.
cameras. I thought we had good cameras. We get some even better joints. What's
Better
up, Eric
ones with
Boston? Get some
Hey,
of them
shout
next
out
level
520
joints.
Collective, man. If anybody
Yeah,
on
big
this
shout out.
feed, hit up Eric Boston. My man is very, very good with independent artists and making sure you get your flowers and you get seen, man. And there's no hidden motives behind what my man does. So shout out to Eric Boston and 520 Collective. Another rebroadcast.
Another rebroadcast. Know what I mean?
Yeah, of the Not the Same podcast.
I'm trying to get y'all cameras. Hey, brother, all you need is a little money. No, I'm kidding, dog. Just have a little.
Might have to start that
But you gonna need
$100
some,
line,
hey,
brother.
you gonna need a little paper too, though. I ain't gonna lie.
I ain't gonna
need a
even
little
lie.
paper. But with that being said, man, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to introduce the some and reintroduce the others. Our sister, really our family. Her and her husband is family
that's
for
fam,
real.
bro. That's fam.
You know what I'm saying? This is fam for real. Our sister, Miss Tarcea Renee. Look, there she is.
Oh, bro.
Hey, what up, everybody? Can y'all
What
hear
up, sis? Yes.
Yeah.
We hear you loud and clear. Look at her. She is in the studio, got the right mic. Boy, she wanna, just like Flame. You know, Flame came in with that mic. Now, you would have killed it. You would have been holding your mic like Flame.
Hey, my mic is holding itself right now.
Right.
Flex on them.
Light flex. You know what I'm saying? Do it. You know what I'm saying? Cortez
grateful to
getting,
be here.
boy, that boy Cortez getting all the brownie points tonight. Look at him, man.
Hey,
Look
there
at him.
you
Hey,
go.
I ain't mad
There
at you,
go.
dog. Celebrate your woman, boy. That's what you're
Celebrate
supposed
Coming
to
back
do.
home today. That's all I'm gonna say.
See. Yep. So and see.
Hey, give it
you know what I mean?
give him the ding. Give him the ding.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
Cortez,
Hold on, Rob.
you
You ready? Here we go.
Yeah.
That boy gonna be ready.
Okay.
Hey,
All
y'all-
right, man. Back to interview mode. Hey, man. Appreciate you, sis, for coming on. For real. Hey, wifey said.
Yeah, man.
On that though, for real. But anyway, appreciate you coming on, for real. How you
Super
be?
grateful to here with y'all. Man, I am doing well, man. I can't say it hasn't been a rocky start to this week, but
Yeah.
I'm just grateful that I got God to depend on, man. Like in hard times, it's so necessary, bro. Like
Yeah.
just to yesterday, I was really reflecting on the fact that the single that I'm working on releasing is so dependent on faith, bro. That it's like I never knew that I would need this at the time that I plan on starting to work on releasing it. Like it's crazy how God works. So I'm just grateful.
All right, before we go all the way in, you get one of these. Thank you for coming on here. You know what I mean? Because we just went to talking like we ain't live right now. We just went,
Right.
it's just real
Ain't
life over
introduce
here.
Nobody.
Didn't introduce nobody. But once again, if y'all don't know who this is our sister, Miss Tarcea Renee. World-renowned, I know she ain't going to say that, but very well-known Christian hip-hop artist, producer, engineer, beat maker, label owner. There's a lot of titles. Mom, all this.
Wife, yeah.
all this. You know what I'm saying?
In
She
other
holding
words,
down.
what's in your wallet?
He ain't lying.
I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? What you doing with your faith, you know what I mean? But yeah, once again, that's who's on here right now. Now, as tradition, I always allow my brother, Mr. Robert Dean, to make the first question, and I'm going to keep the tradition because I'm black and we love our traditions. We just do. We always do.
What we do.
So, Mr. Davis, go on in. Yes, Cortez. I ain't going to put Cortez. Can't mess up no more. But he right, mogul. That too.
Yeah,
that too.
You have to.
You have
All right,
to.
sis,
Go ahead, brother.
Tonight, I am in interview mode because there's some things I don't know and I want to know, and I want the people to know how you move it. So some of these questions are a bit long. So if you would like me to repeat them, just say so. This is true interview mode. That's how we interview people. It's something that you said that really hit me in your bio, which is when you first started rapping, you took the time to wait because you didn't know anything basically about the Christian faith. Once you got saved, like you took a minute before you started doing Christian rap because you only rapped about what you knew, which is, drugs, street life, all that good stuff. Here's the deal. It's a lot of these new CHH artists that don't think about that. They just came into the game, which makes sense why they rap about some of the stuff that they think about. How do you feel about the current state of CHH/gospel rap?
Boy.
So I feel like it's kind of on the in-between. I feel like there are some great things about it, but I feel like there's some growth that's very much necessary. I honestly feel like that growth will come in with discipleship and really having honest people in our lives as Christian artists. Like if we don't have people in our lives that's gonna be honest with us about when we kind of tripping, even when it comes to the art, like it is art, but it's not just art because whatever's in our heart is gonna spew into everything that we do.
Yeah.
And as believers, I think that it's important for us to just be more careful about what we are exposing people to, and not to say we need to hide anything, but what I'm saying is we need to have our lives in order first before we get on the mic, because whatever is going on in real life, that's what's going to come out on the mic. And if you want to be viewed a certain way as a Christian artist and you want to say, well, people shouldn't judge me, for the way that I just do music because I just want to be an artist and be a Christian outside of that. It's like, well, whether you want people to see it or say it or not, people gonna see you as a Christian first. Like, regardless of how popular Lecrae is now, the secular world still say gospel rapper Lecrae. Like, even though he's able to maneuver in that lane, that's still how people gonna see you first and foremost. So not only should we have higher standards, but the world has higher standards for us as well. So we just got to maintain that and make sure that we got people in our lives who gonna tell us like, hey, you tripping. Because if it's not in order privately, publicly, we just gonna fall harder.
That's real. That's real.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, as a female artist, how have you felt relationship with other female artists in CHH? A lot of them have different let me see what I'm trying to say. A lot of them have different experiences. Now, as long as I know you just been with us. Not just me and Rob, but just, you just kicked it with us and it's just been easy. But how has it been dealing with other female artists, that may not be from here, or may not be from around our circle, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So because I'm very introverted, I tend to kind of stay glued to the people that I know already, right? Even at a family reunion, I'm sticking with the cousins that I grew up with. Like, I might get to know maybe one or two more, but I'm not really going to every single table trying to get to know everybody. And I can say it's similar with music, but if somebody was to reach out to me and say, hey, you want to do this or that, I'll be open to it, because at the end of the day, it's about God. And so I haven't really had bad experiences overall with other female artists who do Christian hip hop. And I like to see it. Like, so I support it when I see it. So, yeah.
That's what's up.
Now, outlets are a different story, but yeah.
I'll go. Carry on. Go ahead.
No, don't carry on, man. You getting in
my
bag.
I'm getting in your question. My bad, brother. My bad, dog. Go ahead then.
Hold on, brother. Hold on, sister. It's order. We gonna have some order around here. All right. I always feel like as a male artist, we can get up and go anytime we want, even if we're a husband, if you got kids, because we can just dip. What are some of the challenges being a female artist, engineer, business owner, wife, mother, woman of God? What are some of the challenges you face in this lane?
Some of the challenges that I face as a mom, most definitely, is the desire and like internal need to make sure I'm nurturing my kids. Just because that's home. I need home to be taken care of outside of anything else. Like, don't nothing else matter before home. And so it'll be times when I'm battling with a show, because my kids might not be able to come, something like that. Or like when I am doing a show, I want to make sure that my family is there because I feel like that's important to me. And I will battle with whether I'm going to go or not, because I feel like I need to see my family there for that encouragement. And I want my family to know, like, this is what I'm doing. I feel like this is important. And although I'm making time to do this, I still care about the fact of whether or not we spend the time together. So if I'm spending time with my kids and I'm also doing ministry, then it's like, kind of like having everything I want and need at the same time, because me being introverted and just like not as social, it helps me to know that, all right, when I am done with this, I can get off of the stage and feel like everything goes back to normal. Like, I'm encouraged by the fact that my family is here supporting me, and I don't got to worry about the numbers in the crowd.
Yeah.
So as a mom, I can battle, between like whether or not I'm gonna do something because I feel like I need the support of my family there. And also the fact that both of my kids are in school now, I want to make sure that everything is taken care of in that aspect as well before I
Yeah.
go outside of the house to do something in addition to what we got going on at home. And as an artist, I would say the biggest challenge that I've dealt with is I can see a male artist, right, go and do or ask for the same thing, but I can't even be sent the link to pay for advertising packages. And it's like, I don't understand that. Like, I'm literally trying to put money in y'all pockets. Like, I don't want nothing for free. I understand you got a business to run, but like, I'm literally asking for advertising packages to be sent to me and stuff like that to maximize what I am doing, when it comes to the artistry and things like that. But that's why I've always had to figure out how to maneuver around that and build my own lane when it comes to like advertising and stuff like that. So now it's like, all right, you don't want to send me the link, right? Well, I'm gonna go advertise in front of your whole audience as opposed to paying $400 to get this little square on your website.
Message.
Jesus.
Hey, that's facts. It happens,
Absolutely.
people.
Yes, it does, especially within this genre. It happens a lot.
Yeah.
Go ahead, sis. Like you had something else to say. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying. Right.
Yeah.
So that's been my biggest challenge. Like, I haven't really had like no issues with other artists personally and feeling like I'm unsupported and things like that. But it could also be a matter of like, I just appreciate the people who do support me. So I don't really look at that.
So you do graphics. Your husband do videos. You also run a studio, right?
Yeah.
How is it? Because, I did a little bit of graphics. I did a little bit of videos, I got a whole studio. I don't like nobody to come to my house, so no studio. But but I say this, how is it dealing with cheap one words? That's the best way to say it, right? Because you got your rates, right? You got your rates. And every business owner would deal with this no matter what business you have, right? You have your rates, and you may be flexible, 10 down, 10 up. But they trying to go 60 down. How do you deal with that, especially as a business owner?
I deal with that by continuously learning from business owners who make a lot more money than I do in the same arena, and knowing that I don't do this just for profit, but my family got to eat. Yeah. So while you want something for a lesser price and I'm already not charging like the industry standard rate, I'm going to stick to my price. Yeah. And if you got a set number in your mind that you want to pay, then I'm comfortable with you going to pay somebody else that number.
Bingo.
That's just what it is. And like over time, like I had to also get comfortable with increasing my prices to outprice people who don't value the work that I put in, the time that I put into what they want me to do. And so, yeah, that's how I deal with that.
That's what's up.
Hey, first I want to give you big time shout out because you've done several artwork, like album covers for me. I know No, my latest single. You did that for me, super fire. You did Doing the Most for me. I know you did another one. I just can't think of it for right now at this time.
It was Black. Diagnose, was that it?
You did the Diagnose joint for me. So just to let folks know, this is not my question, but just to let folks know your character, when it was time for me to do Worth, you sent me to someone else because you didn't have the time to do it at that particular moment when I needed it. So shout out to you because you're not trying to hoard all the business, but you sent me in a different direction when you wasn't able to do it yourself. And a lot of one words wouldn't do that. So salute to you for it. You know what I mean? So, hey, listen, if y'all need some artwork, holla at her, man. I'm telling you, she fired with it. So this
He
goes
ain't
back to
lying.
the right. This goes back to the question that you were about to get into, and C kind of said go on, but it's about this industry. Do you feel like you get the respect you deserve as an artist or an engineer, or do you think it's the fact you're a female in the industry where predominantly they promote men and only a certain group of women who are associated with those men?
No. So I
Elaborate
would
on
say
that.
no on both of those ends of the spectrum, like as an artist and as an engineer. And I do feel like it's because both industries honestly are male dominated. So I just figure out like, okay, if it won't be respected, then I'll figure out how to get in front of you until you get tired of it. Like you're gonna have to get tired of me enough to unfollow me, and it's gonna bother you. It's not gonna bother me. And so I don't think that it's respected just as art. Like a lot of times when people categorize me, is female this or female that, as opposed to just being an artist or just being an engineer. It's like, well, you got to be up to par with all of these dudes. And I'm not saying that the standard shouldn't be the same, but if the standard gonna be the same, then categorize us the same, and don't minimize it to like, well, the females only do it this good. And so I think that, if we're going to have different categories, then it shouldn't be gender based.
Yeah. Wifey. Crystal says savage with a heart.
Yeah, I mean, the industry is savage, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my question is this. You have become very, very knowledgeable about business. So much so, like when you post something, I just be jotting it down. You know what I mean? But I have an idea of why you became this way, but explain what made you become such a beast on the business side of music.
So right, thinking through the whole label thing, right? I put myself in the shoes of an artist on a label first, previously, some years ago. Because I had a desire to run a label of my own eventually, but I never wanted to run a label without being on the opposite side of the spectrum. So I put myself in that position, and I'm very grateful, for everything that came along with that opportunity and being on that end of it, right? And so being a part of a label and also seeing how major labels do things, I kind of wanted to avoid some of the things that artists have to deal with when it comes time for me to establish that label. It's like, all right, I got some skin in the game. I've observed a lot, and I just took a lot of time to really research different things. But one of the things that kind of became a gripe to me, and it's kind of champion nowadays being independent, right? Because major labels take so much from the artists. So for me, it became super important to make sure not only am I getting paid right, but the artists who I'm helping push also learn how to collect their royalties and learn how to make sure they collect they publishing. Like literally, it's like 27 ways you can get paid from doing music, and just a nugget, a music video can trigger all 27 at once.
Did y'all hear that? Because I just heard it. Go ahead, sis.
Or any kind of video content, honestly, depending on, different platforms that you put it on and stuff like that. But it became very important for me because if I'm going to operate an indie recording label, then I want to make sure that the artists learn, okay, yes, it's a label behind you, but at the same time, you have to learn as an artist what these things mean and how to make sure you're registered well enough to make sure you collecting it. Because if you're not, it's literally a big old pool, right? That these record labels get paid from when you don't collect your royalties as an artist to pay their artists. So it's like, why are you making all of these investments and creating music and you're not getting paid from it, but you don't want to sign to a major record label who gonna take all your money, and they take your money anyway if you ain't collecting it. Jesus. So it became super important for me to just learn how to make sure that I'm collecting properly, and that the artists who I'm working with can collect properly, because it does take money to do this. And whether it's ministry or not, we got to learn, when and where we could recuperate somehow. So that's why it's so important.
Dope.
Thanks.
Somebody said in the comments, when is the class? Because I need to sign up myself.
Right. Right.
Now, real talk, you need to think about that one, sis. So,
Yeah.
go ahead.
No, I was just saying, yeah.
And charge, though.
It's definitely something that's been on my mind, which is why I invested into like lighting and a good microphone and all of that stuff. So that's
Right.
a pipeline idea.
Yeah. So you hit the scene, 2012 with Bible study. Joint had 10,000 plus downloads, flex a little bit. Change Over Currency 2015. I had the privilege of being on that joint. One of my favorite songs. Keep It Lit single 2018. 2019 you dropped Lighthouse EP. What's up with the hiatus? What was going on?
All right, so I'm glad you asked, because Faith Mode was kind of birthed during that hiatus, kind of towards the end of it, right? At the beginning of 2019, when I released the Lighthouse EP, I had 3 very close family members pass, right? My great grandmother, one of my closest cousins, who pretty much taught me the majority of the street stuff, but she also taught me some real life lessons. So she was super near and dear to me, and one of my great aunts, right? And so all of these things happened, which I do feel like impacted the amount of promotion that I was able to do around that project. But it was also me finally processing, like, man, like, there were people who passed in my family and around me whose death I never processed. So grief hit me kind of hard during that time period. And then also, just as the owner of a label, right? When you have additional artists on a label, you have to be unselfish about it. Because I'm an artist myself, yeah, but at the same time, I have to make sure that I'm creating a lane in a space for fairness on the label, and making sure that everybody pretty much has their time and a first shot for the things that they're working on, the things that need to be promoted, and also be gracious in the fact that real life happens to them as well.
Yeah.
Which all of that, I said that to say that pushes back the time for me as an artist, when we have a model in place, like we previously did. We changed it literally this year, to just singles and EPs now. So that's the way that we're going to carry it out, and kind of shrink the amount of time between the releases, because the way that we were doing it before, we were releasing albums, singles, and EPs, and we all know albums take so much longer to create. But you also don't want to like step on the other artist's toes, or say, all right, you can release right now, although we are, trying to get behind this one artist. And so, just being gracious in all of those things, and dealing with real life myself, also rebuilding a whole new studio location. Because like C said earlier, like, the studio is inside my home. That comes with a discomfort. And although at first I was okay with doing it, it's like, do I really want to keep allowing different people to see what we have in our home, where we sleep, where my kids and my family, we lay our head at every day, regardless of, they could come through the back door, but they still got to see what's upstairs first. I can't do that anymore. And then thinking through expansion, it's like, well, if we plan to expand as a company, it has to be away from home, because certain people just won't take a home studio as serious as they'll take a commercial space. So doing all of those things, by the grace of God, I was able to come off of that hiatus. And I don't want to say too much for the exclusive that I gave y'all. But it was birthed, in that season. So Yeah,
Dope.
that's where the hiatus came from. All of those things happening.
And what she's touching on, there will be an exclusive little snippet of something that she's got coming later, almost, we'll say next month, but it's almost this month. But yeah, very at the end of this interview, we're going to have a little snippet. So y'all get ready for that. Have your ears ready. Plug in your headphones where you can hear the bass and all that. Because sis is like me. We love bass. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Right.
All right, my next question is this. Where did your love for music come from? When did it start?
Honestly, I feel like my love for music came from riding with my stepdad every day, right? He'll take me to school and pick me up from school, and he had the bass. Like he had a crazy system and this black Lumina that he had, and then he also had a green 98 Tahoe, and he always had a dope sound system in his cars. So I'm hearing 3-6 Mafia. Shout out to Memphis. You know, I'm hearing 3-6 Mafia, Project Pat, all these bass heavy songs while I'm growing up. And because that's the music that I'm hearing daily, like I just developed a love for that type of music.
Yeah.
And then I grew up, you know, in the 90s hip hop era where we had more like bass heavy songs, down to even Lil Jon. Like Lil Jon, all that stuff was crazy. So I just developed a love for music at different times. You know, it grew into me wanting to create my own. It's like, all right, I love this. Yeah. And it's something about it that makes me want to try it. So I started trying to make my own beats. Well, I started off writing, but then I realized, well, I can't keep on recording over everybody else's instrumentals if I really want to do something with it. So I stopped recording myself on tapes with the tissue, and I got on Fruity Loops 5.
Oh, she went back. Tapes with the tissue. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. That's dope. Tell the people about who Tarcea Renee is, because I know when I met you, you know, people have a misconception of who you are. You know what I mean? Didn't really know if you was an artist, didn't know if you was mean. You know what I mean? Like I didn't know, because when you meet you like I am, I have a stone face sometimes until you get to know me and you realize I'm silly as all get out. But if I don't know you, it could be like that for you.
That's the introvert.
Give your testimony of who you are, because I know we joke a lot of times for people who watch the show on a regular basis. Like C got on red, you know, I wore my Duke Blue Devil blue in honor of the squad. Tell the people how you grew up. Tell the people how you grew up. Like for real, like if you're comfortable, give your testimony, because you even alluded to it, your great grandmother teaching you the streets. Tell folks how you got to where you are.
All right, so I grew up in Walnut Park, crazy neighborhood in St. Louis. Most of us have heard about Walnut Park. If you're from St. Louis, you know where it's at and what it's about. I grew up at 5000 Alcott. Next street over, 49 Bad. 5000 Alcott, full of Crips. 49 Bad, full of Bloods, right? So it's always beef between these two streets, literally next to each other, right? And so I grew up seeing a lot of bad things happen, to the point, you know, of it's like, okay, that's just a way of life. I still got baby pictures of me in blue scarves throwing up a C for SeaWorld. So it's like, not necessarily that I was being groomed into this, because I still had opportunity to decide not to take that route myself. But even in high school, I was engaging in activities like selling weed and being around my cousins who, you know, did different things or whatever. And that was in Paysdale, growing up around more people who claim Crip gang. So of course it's like, I've been in this for a long time. My family in this. I'm in it with my family.
Right.
Up until 2010, I got saved by Christ. Thank God. And I just felt the need to change my life, but I wasn't really. I had one foot in and one foot out, right? Because okay, I knew about the whole church thing from what my grandma was telling me and how she was living, but I was never engaged in it like that. Besides, you better get up early or y'all gonna get out this house.
Right.
So it's like, all right, I'm gonna sit on the pew with you. I'm gonna be tired, but I can't wait to get back home so we can go outside. And so I didn't have my own relationship like deeply developed with Christ until about 2011. Literally the Joplin tornado that day changed my life. I really realized like I do not have control over what happens with my life. And it's like this unspoken anxiety, uncontrollable that I have when it comes to tornadoes. Like it don't matter how much I pray, it don't matter how much I just talk to somebody about it or try to put my mind on something else. Like I literally feel sick to my stomach just from hearing the sirens. And so I mean I thank God that we were protected on that day and through several other like bad weather events, but that was literally the day that I really realized I don't have control over what happens with my life. Like I just don't, you know. And so it was like, okay, if something like this that God is obviously in control of can take my life, then I need to make sure that if something like that was to happen, I know where I'm going. Like at the end of the day, you know, and I know I'm doing stuff that's not pleasing to God. Even the first time that I called myself giving my life to Christ, I went right back to doing secular music and cursing in my music and all of that. And like, I just wasn't all the way committed to living for Christ. And like, it's like, you know, people will say like, you can't scare people into hell. But in which I don't believe you can. You know, I don't think you can scare somebody into hell or to heaven. But something can happen that makes that person realize that you just not in control of your life. And so that event, that point in time, really kind of checked me. Like, look at what you actually doing with your life, and you need to make a change because it could be gone. Just like all of the people, you know, who unfortunately did get wrapped up in that tornado. People lost their homes and lost their lives, and that just really made me like observe what I was doing in my life. And so just since 2013 I've been striving to live for Christ.
Praise the Lord. If you're just not tuning in, we're interviewing our sister, Miss Tarcea Renee. Tarcea Renee, she is a very, very astute artist and producer and engineer, and she got a lot of titles. Y'all just keep up. Roll it back.
Right.
She got a bunch of titles, but praise the Lord. All right. Tell us about, we're going to play a snippet in just a second of this new joint that you're going to have coming out. And you only seeing this here on the Not the Same podcast. Nobody else have heard this unless you close to her and she sent it to you. But tell us about this Faith Mode song. Tell us where it came from. And that's only about 3 people. So listen, if you watching today, you lucky. If you watching later, I may pull it off later. So for you today. But tell us about it, sis.
So Faith Mode was birthed out of the end of that hiatus that we discussed earlier, right? And the thing is, right, when we kind of engulf ourselves in being gracious and serving others so much that we forget about ourselves, kind of everything around us can become questionable. It's not necessarily always other people's fault. But the big homie Flame told me, you know, when I was talking to him about certain things and seeking wisdom, he told me nobody stops you from being a good person. Like, if you're being a good person to people, nobody's going to stop you from doing it and say, hey, you need to do something for yourself. Now, the one person that I really did have in my corner that was telling me that was my husband. So I'm definitely grateful, you know, that he was telling me that. But it's like, not to say that I was being hard-headed, but there's a timeline planned out for different things already. And I do think that within that timeline, I kind of neglected myself. And in the midst of serving others.
Yeah.
And so I started to look at things that were happening around me and kind of question everything. I was questioning things, you know, as far as what was going on at the church. I questioned different relationships and friendships, and just started looking at things like, man, like, I don't know if this is real or if this person is really for me, you know, or what's going to happen when it comes to when it's my time to do this, you know?
Yeah.
And when we question so many things around us, it does take our focus off of God, but we walk by faith and not sight. So it just came time to like refocus, you know? And sometimes when we're looking at so many things, but we neglect looking up, it's like,
that's a fact.
We get so confused and so engulfed in what's going on around us that we focus on the wrong things. And when I started to like kind of refocus, like thank God that he changed my focus. It was like, be still and know that I am God. And at this time, you know, just look at me.
Yeah. Yeah.
So faith mode came from a matter of feeling like, dang, my faith just got reactivated.
Nice.
And so like that, I was just really spilling what was on my heart in that moment. So that was it.
Well, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, y'all finna hear this new a little taste of this song called Faith Mode by Sis. Check this out.
Faith mode activated. Feeling like I graduated. Faith mode activated. Faith mode activated. Spend some time being patient. Y'all don't know how long I waited. Prayers up, no coursing, but I promise y'all it was daily. Now I'm up elevated. Feeling like I graduated. Faith mode activated. Faith mode activated. Spend some time being patient. Y'all don't know how long I waited. Prayers up, no coursing, but I promise y'all.
Told y'all wouldn't get nothing but a little taste, a little snippet. A little snippet, you know what I'm saying? Now, it has been revealed to me that was the first time people even saw the cover. So, the exclusive, extra exclusive. Rob, what you got to say about that, brother?
I heard the whole song. That joint fire.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't going to tell everybody I heard it too, but I'm just saying.
I am. Flex on them. No, I'll put it this way. From 2019, like, just being a fan of your music, hearing your albums, not just because you on the show, you can hear the growth. I love the cadence switches, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I listened to it a few times.
And that mix was hard.
And
the mix was hard, sis.
On point. I haven't listened in the max, but I did listen in the studio.
Thank y'all so much, man. I definitely appreciate all of those compliments. That's huge because I took the time to make sure that what I'm saying, you know, is good. Make sure the cadence is good. Make sure the mix is right. No matter how many times I had to export it and listen to it and fix this or that, you know, I was probably more
it all the time.
But it takes so much time and effort when you do it yourself, you know, as opposed to sending it off to somebody else. So, like, thanks. Thank y'all for real.
Oh, yeah.
That's encouraging.
Thank you.
Yes,
we
absolutely.
Thank you for the snippet. Thank you for coming to the show. Yeah,
Miss
like
Shanika said, "Man, I wish it was about 8.5 more seconds."
Hey, you know what? I got a secret for you, Miss Shanika. On 5/20 Friday,
that's right.
You can check out the whole song. 3 minutes and 52 seconds, if I'm not mistaken.
Not 4:20, 5:20 for you weed heads. 5:20. Sis, let everybody know where they can find you before we let you go. Let them know where to look for you and what's coming up and all that. Let them know.
All right, cool. So first and foremost, I appreciate y'all having me on here. I appreciate everybody that tuned in tonight.
Yeah.
Also, anybody, who would like to follow me, you can find me on all social media or music outlets at Tarcea Renee. So just search for Tarcea Renee as you see it on the screen. With this super dope podcast setup that they got going. That's how you spell it. TarceaRenee. Also, the pre-order for that particular song will be available tomorrow.
Let's go.
So you can grab that if you use iTunes. Also, I'll be posting the pre-save link, and y'all will be able to see that cover spread all over social media because now that they revealed it, I'm going to post it.
We appreciate the exclusive, sis.
We really, really do.
Appreciate y'all.
So once again, we really thank you for coming on, sis. Everybody give your likes, your thumbs, your whatever you do on social media. Give a round of applause for our sister, Miss Tarcea Renee. Literal family out here. Y'all don't even know. Literal family out here. Not blood, but it's blood. For real, for real. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And video
Blood
coming
by the
soon
blood.
by her husband. He putting his plug in there. Video coming soon. And it's going to be on point if Vivid Cortez did it. You know what I mean?
Right.
I wanted to do his little tag, but I couldn't get my voice right. I was thinking in my head, Vivid Cortez did it. I can't do it. Anyway. All right, sis, thank you for coming on, man. We appreciate you.
Yeah.
All right, thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all.
Once again, y'all give it up for Miss Tarcea Renee, man. It's
man.
just one more of these.
One more.
You know what I mean?
Hey, you
Go ahead,
know what? It's just encouraging because a lot of female artists don't, like I said, unless they align with somebody big that's already in the industry. A lot of female artists, rappers especially, but even some singers just don't get the respect. And salute to our sis, man. She been putting in work. And I hope she had that class because I'm telling you,
Brother,
I got a lot of money
I'm signing
in that
up.
pool. Right, I got a lot of money in that pool that's just floating. I know I do.
Man, I don't know what all that means, but I know I'm gonna be part of the class.
I'm talking about the
messing with
publishing
you,
and all that stuff, man. Get out of here. Just
I don't
like
know what this one
I
word
almost
talking
said it.
about.
I almost said.
I almost said it earlier, but you know what I mean. But nah.
One
go
word,
ahead,
you
bro.
know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, we really, really appreciate our sis coming on, man. Y'all go follow Miss Tarcea Renee. Be looking out on 520 for that new single, Faith Mode. You know what I mean? Go check it out. Check it out. All right, man, look. We're going to go on to wrap this thing up, man. We're going to put up our favorite part of the show right quick before we get up out of here. Hold on, I got some more stuff over here, man. One of these right here, you know what I mean? Let me get robbed. This is I do it every single time, brother. I don't know what's up with that.
That's because
There
we
goes
on
like
the
that.
shows, bro. We're going to do it for the Bible study next week. Yo, have you
sure
ever
right.
thought, I really enjoy what these guys are doing with these podcasts. How can I be
Plural.
a support to them? How can I
Yes.
be a blessing? You can hit our Cash App sign. Cash sign, Not the Same Podcast. You can go to the website, notthesamepodcast.com /support. Hit that notification button, subscribe, all that good stuff.
It's moving slow, brother. I'm
It's
sorry.
acting
Just
up.
keep going. There we go.
There it is. Subscribe.
Mm-hmm.
Ding.
That way.
Yeah, that's what we need.
Yeah.
And all those Facebook groups you in, because a lot of y'all in some ratchet groups, throw us on in there. They
They need Jesus
they can
too.
check it out too.
You know,
throw us up in them ratchet groups. It don't matter, you know. Yeah, so that's how you can support us, and also your prayers, man. Real talk.
Please do.
We really, really appreciate that.
yes. And then last but not least, this Tuesday, we'll be back with a Bible study. Rob said the Lord has deposited something great in this brother, so y'all get ready for that this Tuesday night with the Bible study as well as the sports show every Wednesday, and we'll be back with another Not the Same podcast on Thursday. If you came through to support our sis, hey, we appreciate y'all coming through if you've never seen us before. Also, though, since you came through, go on and do what my man just said. Hit that like and subscribe, you know what I mean? Because, hey, if she rock with us, you can rock with it. You know what I mean? That way, I'm just saying. But anyway, man, for real, man, we love y'all, man. Peace, love, and hair grease. I'm C-Micah.
Why I gotta be hair grease, cuz?
It just rhymed, dog. I'm sorry.
I don't care. I got beard bomb. I'm Robert
Hey,
Dean.
big game. You know what I'm saying? And we out, man. We see y'all later.
About our Father's business. Grind mode. Filled with this Holy Spirit. That's a cheat code. Holiness the standard. We never fold. We about to make a scene. Episode.